I told my girlfriend she is too much of a wild card to marry. She just stared at me, fork halfway to her mouth, her pasta getting cold. We were at this Italian place downtown, the same spot where we had our first date 2 years ago. She put the fork down real slow. What does that even mean? I took a breath. It means you quit your job last month without telling me. It means you bought a ferret at 2 a.m. because you were drunk and thought it would be funny. It means I never know what version of you I'm getting when I wake up. Her face went red. That's not fair. The ferret was cute and I hated that job anyway. I nodded. I know, but we were supposed to move in together next month and you spent the rent money on a pottery class you went to exactly once. She opened her mouth to argue, but nothing came out. I kept going. Last week you told me you wanted to backpack through Europe for 6 months. The week before that, you wanted to start a food truck. A month ago, it was law school. I can't plan a future with someone who changes the plan every 3 days. She stood up, her chair scraping loud against the floor. Everyone in the restaurant looked over. So what? You want someone boring? Someone who just does the same thing every day and never tries anything new? That's not what I said. Then what are you saying? I'm saying I can't marry you. The words just hung there. She grabbed her purse and coat. Fine. Have a nice boring life. She walked out and I sat there finishing my pasta alone like an idiot. The waiter came by and asked if I wanted the check. I told him to bring me another beer first. 3 days later, she texted me asking if we could talk. I didn't respond. A week after that, my buddy Kevin told me she was already seeing some guy she met at a yoga class she just started taking. Of course she was. 2 weeks later, I was at the grocery store buying frozen pizzas when I saw her. She was with the yoga guy, laughing at something he said, throwing organic vegetables into a cart. She looked happy. I ducked into the cereal aisle before she could see me. Kevin kept sending me updates I didn't ask for. Apparently, she convinced yoga guy to quit his accounting job and they were moving to Portland to start a coffee shop. They lasted 3 months. She called me at midnight on a Tuesday. I was already in bed, but I answered. Hey. Her voice sounded tired. Hey, look, I know I messed up. I know I'm a lot, but you didn't even try to work with me. You just gave up. I sat up in bed. I didn't give up. I was exhausted. There's a difference. She was quiet for a minute. I got accepted to nursing school. I start in January. I'm actually doing it this time. That's great. I mean it. I think. She laughed, but it sounded sad. Yeah, I'm trying to be less of a wild card. Trying to prove you wrong, I guess. You don't need to prove anything to me. I know, but I want to. We talked for another hour about nothing important. She told me about her classes, and I told her about work. It felt normal, easy. When we finally hung up, I couldn't fall back asleep. 6 months later, I ran into her again at a coffee shop. She was wearing scrubs, looked tired but good. She was studying at a corner table with textbooks spread everywhere. I almost left, but she saw me. She waved me over. I sat down. She told me she was doing well in school. Top of her class, actually. She had the same apartment, same friends, hadn't quit anything in 7 months. I'm really proud of you. She smiled. Thanks. I'm proud of me too. She paused. I've been seeing someone. He's a nurse at the hospital where I do clinicals. He's steady, responsible, boring as hell, honestly, but he makes me want to be steady too. That's good. It is. She closed her textbook. I think you were right. About me being a wild card. I needed to hear it even if it sucked. I shook my head. I could have said it better. She laughed. Yeah, you really could have. We both smiled. She checked her phone. I have to get to class. It was good seeing you. You too. She packed up her stuff and left.